What's up, design family, and welcome back to another episode of Fittdesign TV. So glad to have you back on the channel. On today's episode, we'll be giving you a very brief introduction into the world of SEO. Chances are you've heard this term before, and you may or may not be well versed with what it means and ultimately the effect it can have on your online business in terms of customer visitors and ultimately revenue. As designers, we often overlook the importance of marketing and digital distribution. We assume that a good product alone will do most of the work necessary when it comes to acquiring and keeping customers. Although this is partially true, it is indeed essential to create a good product that can attract customers. However, you will first need to find a way to get said product into the hands of your customers. On today's episode, we'll look at the basics of SEO and outline the key need-to-know terms. By the end of this episode, you'll have the confidence and knowledge necessary to dig deeper to the SEO world and eventually to set your online store in a way such that you can actually attract more visitors and hopefully make more sales so that you can keep pushing your business forward. Consider this another tool in your arsenal when it comes to your digital marketing palette box. What's up, design family, and welcome to Fittdesign TV. So glad to have you here. On this channel, we discuss all things sports fashion, graphic design, manufacturing, and technology. We'll discuss key topics, answer pressing questions, and provide actionable steps on starting your own product line. If you're interested in any of the above topics, stick around. You're in for a good one. You probably heard of the computing term SEO, but you actually may or may not know what this actually means. In short, the acronym SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. And kind of getting further into what that means, this is actually the process of improving your website's visibility and maximizing the number of customers that are actually able to find your website and land on your website successfully. So let's actually look at the key SEO terms that you'll need to know. And we'll start off with the first one. This is going to be your keywords. These are going to be the words or phrases that a user will enter, typically into Google or any other search engine, looking for something specific. You want to be consistently ranking for the keywords that align with your business. For example, let's just say you're a fitness apparel brand and you have a focus on sustainability. You want to consistently be ranking for terms like recycled, sustainable, eco-friendly, fitness, fitness wear, gym wear, sportswear, so on and so forth. This is going to make it much easier for new customers to find you and even people that don't know that they're looking for your brand. Think about this. How many times have you actually gone on Google and started to search for things when you didn't know where to start? This is a great way to capture the attention of new customers. The second term that you'll need to know is backlink. These are going to be the external domains that are pointing back to your domain. For example, let's just say you're a up-and-coming sportswear brand. What I typically see is GQ Online, for example, will do this every year. They'll list the top up-and-coming brands in different categories, whether it's sportswear or any other industries. So these 10 top brands that are listed on this website will not only be given the visibility necessary, but also the more backlinks you have showing to your website builds up the credibility that you need and will allow your website to consistently rank higher when it comes to specific keywords, search terms, and in that specific niche and industry in general. Next up, we have the internal links. These are going to be the links that ultimately lead to other pages within the same website. This is going to be an essential part of allowing your customers to successfully navigate through your website and will help you with your SEO. Google and other key search engines will actually like the idea that your website is so well connected. Things are leading perfectly between one page to another, whether it's your men's collections to your new collections or your about us to the history. All these things will consistently help to push the ranking of your website. So make sure that your website is well connected and things make sense. And ultimately, you want to make it easy for your customers to navigate within your website specifically, without having to always go back to the homepage. Lastly, we have the anchor text. These are going to be the clickable texts on your website that are going to be of a hyperlink. And it's easy to spot these ones because usually they'll be shown as regular text, either highlighted in blue and always with a line underneath. So this is usually an indicator of a hyperlink or anchor text. It's a great way to actually embed links to other pages on your websites or to other websites within the text of your website. For example, let's just say you have a blog post on your website that goes through the benefits of sustainable materials. You could have a section of that text that will link to a specific section on your website that sells these types of items, or that takes the customer to the purveyor or the maker of these fibers or these yarns so that they can learn more about what they're buying. This is, again, a great way to connect your website together and to connect it to websites that are external to your actual online store. One interesting thing to note actually is that the rules in the past for SEO were quite simple. You could actually make things up to boost your ranking higher and higher. However, Google has actually begun to implement much more complex systems and a way of vetting certain information to make sure that it's accurate and not false. So playing with any sorts of information or any sort of links that are artificially there to get your website to rank higher could actually end up having Google remove you from search results altogether. So definitely beware. You don't want to be in that position. That is a kiss of death for any online store. Well, that is a wrap on this episode, guys. By now, you should have a better understanding of what SEO is and how it can benefit your business today. I know this episode was quite short. The intention was just to introduce you into this new world of search engine optimization. We'll be doing another episode in the very near future, so definitely stay tuned for that, where we'll be giving much more actionable tips and tricks that you could potentially follow. So guys, if you enjoyed this episode and want to see others like it, in terms of digital marketing tips and tricks that you can take today for your online fashion brand, let us know in the comments below. Also, consider smashing a thumbs up and hopefully subscribing if you haven't done so already. We put out great content on a week-to-week basis, and it would mean the absolute world for you to join us along for the ride. Guys, thank you so much again for tuning into this episode of Fittdesign TV. Until next episode, stay awesome.